What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with something very, very rare. I participated in a tournament. My golly gosh, I went up against possibly one of the strongest Norse players to have ever played the game. He is known as Brickhead, and he is definitely a Norse expert, no matter what anyone thinks here. So today we're going to go through some highlights of the games. I wanted to try as hard as I could here, so no vocals, no commentary mid-game. I just went at it, tried to play as best as I could. So, first game, roll in on Highland. This is a map I haven't seen since 2012 or 2011 when the Ensemble Studios shut down. Not only that, I was playing vanilla at the time, so I rarely ever played on this map. My experience on this map is literally just watching the greats play from way back in 2006, 2007. Like I barely watched this map. I barely know this map. So my thought process going into this one, as I didn't even know that I was going to see it either because it was a random all. So I jump into this map going, this map is basically Mediterranean, except defending on the shore is going to be a lot easier because your docks are going to be able to defend much easier. So I thought I've got to go for my 3 dock, 9 fishing ship build here and go really heavy on the land. Now, unfortunately, I make a pretty crucial mistake here, which I will be showing you, where I build a longboat straight away, which I thought this would be a great idea. I'll be able to push him off of the fish, take this dock, take this spot in front of my dock for my own fishing ships, and then I'll be able to go full land. The problem is that in going one longboat, that puts me one longhouse behind, and because I built forward, that means that he's going to be able to push me back and get a very, very significant advantage going forward here. So I get absolutely wrecked in the early stages of this game because of that one crucial mistake. Honestly, if I didn't build the longboat, I would have been so far ahead in this game. I reckon I had 9 fishing ship to his 3 or 6 fishing ship at the most. So I was at the very least 3 villages in front. So that means I should be able to make a very large amount more units than him. So in terms of my thought process going into this, I feel like if I played this one more time, I would have found myself having a significant advantage going forward. Anyways, I have to pull all the way back to my home base, regroup, rethink about my my way forward. And honestly, the only way back into this game is going to be to get some really sick raids and or get a gold starve going. So my thought process is here, okay, send my ravens around, try and find where his gold mines are. I see my own map and I see I've got 2 forward gold mines on both sides of the map, and I'm like, great. This means no back gold mines, right? No back gold mines are going to be possible here, right? Well, unfortunately, as you can see, this is an Ensemble Studios online map, so the map is fairly imbalanced some of the time, and I get hit with a very unlucky situation where my opponent gets a gold mine spawn at his very back corner. And what this means is for me to be able to attack that gold mine and defend, it's going to be very hard because I do not have a back gold mine. So have to think about the ways in which I'm going to be approaching that going forward. Anyways, I go for it, and I actually do manage to get myself an incredibly good amount of damage done. So far, so much so that I felt like I was actually back in this game. However, the problem is that he had my Middletown center here, which means going forward, I effectively need to keep putting pressure on him and continue to control my gold mines. Otherwise, I'm going to very much be losing this game going forward here. And that's something that I don't want to be doing. So I have to essentially just keep putting pressure on and hope that I can win. So when it comes down to it, in the Norse Wars, the big defining factor of the heroic age is who has the most frost giants. If you have the most frost giants, you should be able to win the fights with good micro by just simply tasking your frost giants onto your opponent's units. So that's something that I tried really hard to do here, and I actually feel like I had a solid advantage going forward in this fight underneath this town center. However, in the end, my economy just simply could not hold the pressure I was trying to do, and that meant that I couldn't hold in this game any longer, and I had to tap out, unfortunately. Which did lead him to winning game number 1. So, I am effectively as tilted as I possibly can be. I had a better build. I made one mistake with my longbow, which really hurt. I made an incredibly good comeback in this game, but because I didn't have a safe gold mine, I couldn't keep my pressure going in this game. And so I'm incredibly tilted. I go into game number 2, and I've got a plan here. I've got a plan for game number 2 that I really wanted to try, and I felt like it was going to be a really fun game. However, let me just explain what the strategy is. So the strategy is I am going to be going for a throwing axeman all in onto my opponent. What this means is I will have a ranged unit to sit on my opponent's gold mine. Normally, when you go for rushes with Heimdall, you're going for Ulfsark and or Hersa. Very rarely are you going to get raiding cavalry out or anything like that. So my thought process is here, my opponent normally goes for Ulfsark Hersa. So I'm metagaming hard here. I want to go for a very fast advance time, get myself throwing axemen out, sit on my opponent's gold mine with those throwing axemen, and then effectively be able to win the game going forward. However, this didn't end up going my way. As you can see, he caught my Ulfsark out at a very early stage of my temple being built, and I quickly decided, screw this, I'm tapping out. So there was some method to my madness here. Why I built the temple in the middle of the map. You might go, why would you build the temple in the middle of the map? He's going to search there like every game. Well, kind of. I really thought that there was 2 options for him. He was playing Loki. There's 2 options for him. One would be to build the temple at home, not really scout that much on the map because he wants to be playing Forseti style, and the other option is Heimdall, and I assumed if he wanted to go Heimdall, he would be putting the temple off to the side of the map, not scouting through the middle at all in fears of me being caught out. So I just thought there's a chance he's going to find me, but there's more of a chance if I go off to the side of the map that he's going to scout this. At any rate, so long as I put the temple down early enough, if he does find me, I can just Alt-S. But he found me instantly, and that means I can't continue in the game. I don't have any gold in the bank. If I delete the temple, I have to go back over to the gold mine. I don't have an ox cart for the gold mine. Things are just really awkward for me there. So it literally is just a straight loss. Even if I was raging a little bit in the moment and probably could have tried to keep playing, it is really just a technical loss there. Nothing I can really do to continue against a player of Brickhead's caliber, especially in the Loki versus Odin versus Loki matchup. So that was game number 2, a short one. Fun though. Game number 3, I get to pick a map yet again, and I'm going to go with Anatolia here. I feel like my Anatolia is really good compared to a lot of the other Norse mains. A lot of Norse mains, I feel, don't have Anatolia down at all, and my assumption was very much correct in this one. I started this game out a lot better than Brickhead did in this game. I had my 2 docks up on both sides. I have my 18 fishing ship. I have my earlier Ulfsarks out. I get full control of the map. I get my town center down. I get a slightly delayed heroic age. I've got a really big advantage going in this game. However, one thing that I didn't account for was the fact that I should get armory upgrades, and this is something that I obviously could have afforded but I just didn't realize he was getting them. I didn't notice it. I didn't see it. I was so far ahead. I had more frost giants. I was winning fights. I was winning fights all the way up until I lost the fight, and that's what I felt. I was like, I'm just winning. I'm just winning. This is fine. I didn't have to think about it, and I was like, okay, game's over. And I literally thought, okay, I've got the game now. I've got a gold staff here, no problems. And then he won that fight, and I was like, oh, that's no good. I guess I have to go back and... Oh, he has upgrades. Oh, I guess I have to go back and go Rag here and try and take the game with Rag and go for a town center kill, because things are really rough for me now. I lose my town center. I've got to get Rag, and I've got to win the game. Unfortunately for me, I went full send on the Ragnarok. And he defended long enough that he could Ragnarok himself, even on one town center and having a little bit less economy than me. So he managed to Rag here, and in the end, I mean, in honesty, like, I had the game won. If I just sit back and I don't all in there and I just get my upgrades, grab 4 town centers like I could have, there is no possible way that his Ragnarok would be able to both beat my Ragnarok and push through everything that I would have there. So that would have been the right play, but I went for a fairly all-in play trying to stop his Balder from coming through by taking his hometown center out, and ended up just being out of position when the big fight happened, and he just had more heroes out than me with maybe even better armory upgrades. So I end up losing this series in devastating fashion, getting full swept by the might of Brickhead. The games were really, really close. I feel like if I have a little bit more practice in the Norse War, I would be able to get some more wins here against these top players, but in the end, my Norse not good enough, and that is the way the cookie crumbles. Anyways, if you like this type of game, the type of video where I do like a kind of post analysis on it, and you want to see more of this type of stuff, do leave a comment. I do really want to play some more tournaments where I get to play some more of my own favorite gods. While I do enjoy playing Norse is mostly a kind of pick that I like to play against Greek and no one else really. So I wouldn't normally be picking Norse in a serious tournament, anyways, and such is life for me there. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it, and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.